P0456. Small leak detected. So I got my crappy smoke machine hooked up. That truck up on a lift. I don't have the adapter because it's 2013 F150 and they do not have the little EVAP port anymore on there. So basically I just kind of shoved the hose in there and taped it on. The purge valves can be a problem as well. I took that off and tried to blow into it and I didn't really detect any type of leakage. So I don't think that my problem is going to be the purge valve. It very well could be still because I don't have a flow meter to make sure that it's actually working. All I had was the 2 lips on my face to blow into it and see. I did start it and I left the hose off and then I put my finger over the end and I didn't feel any vacuum leaking through. I know it is a very small leak, but like I said, I don't really think that that's my problem. So I think I gotta leak someplace else. I'm leaning towards the little flapper that they have on the filler neck. Not sealing right, but I kind of want to make sure, being that it is a small leak, it's going to be hard to detect. I mean, I guess it could be the vent solenoid as well. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the canister vent valve, or vent solenoid, whatever they call it on this, and I'm going to try to pump a little smoke in there and see if we can see where it's leaking from. EVAP canister vent valve. No. I guess I don't need any data. Click. I heard it click. Hook this up. Hopefully it'll actually start working. Gotta make sure I don't leak up there too. That could be a problem. Got a little smoke coming out. Close that. Open this. Get my timer out. Set that to 5 minutes. So I don't want you running it more than 5 minutes. And I'll find my flashlight. So I just gotta make sure that that doesn't blow out. I got it tucked in there pretty good and taped up with a whole quarter roll of tape. Come back here and see if we can see anything. So I'm kind of leaning towards it's going to be filler neck, but not exactly sure. I'm going to poke around, see what I can see, and if I see something, I'll let you know. Well, I doubt that you're going to be able to see this, but there's just a little whisper of smoke coming out of the vent valve. See a little bit coming out. Let's try a different approach. That's it. So I'm going to kind of close it off with my finger. Let it build up a little pressure behind it. Okay. Is it a bubble? I can't tell if you can see it in the camera, but just kind of rolled around my finger there. See a bubble? So I just pinched it off with my finger, and then I just kind of rolled my finger to the side, and a bubble popped up. So that's where my leak's coming from, and it is very small. So they were accurate when they said it's a very small leak, because if I wasn't looking for it there, then I wouldn't have seen it. Because I don't, like I said, I don't think that's even picking up on camera, that smoke coming out. But it is, I mean, a cigarette puts out more smoke than that. So the reason I found this is I was looking for the outlet for the vent, just to find out where it was, because there aren't too many things. I mean, I soaked the top of the fuel tank with a soapy water, and I didn't see anything up there. I guess I probably came across this almost by accident. So I found the vent. This exits, it goes into this tube right here, and it runs up to the back of the transmission, right up about the top of the bell housing there, pretty much where the engine meets it. So I pulled this off, and then I opened up the vent just to make sure that this was the vent, and I opened it and closed it a couple of times and let it purge the smoke through the system till smoke was coming out, and then I closed it. And I just sat here and waited and just watched to see what happened. And I kept blowing the smoke away. And so I just sat here, and then eventually I started seeing, just, like I say, that little bit of smoke coming out. Like I say, you probably can't see it on the camera, but it's very, very faint. But I mean, I kind of tried to show you with the bubbles. So like I said, I let it build up pressure behind my finger and then kind of blew a bubble. But I believe that is my problem. So yeah, we'll get a new one and we'll replace that. Alright, so this is the part number for the vent valve. Just a little thing there. Looks like you just give it a little turn, pull it out, put it in, turn it. It's got a little locking hooks right there. And I went and got a purge valve too, just in case. It was only, I think it was $26. It wasn't super expensive, but that's part number on that too. So swap them both out, and assume that will solve our problem. Alright, so we're gonna pull this little vent valve out. Is that? You just give it a little turn. Pull it off. Voila. Alright. So I put a little penetrating lubricant on there, just kind of let it slip in a little bit better, push it, kind of wiggle it a little bit to get it started and the O-ring in, and then you're gonna let that click over and it is in. Get the dirty stuff off. There you go. That is the vent valve replacement. So she'll change the purge valve for good measure because it's, let me say, pretty cheap. You could probably check it with a vacuum gauge. I don't have a vacuum gauge here, but if you had it running, put a vacuum gauge on it, or you could use like a flow gauge and see if it's leaking either way or the other. I mean, it is a very small leak, so it's going to be hard to detect the exact place it's coming from, but like I say, I'm pretty sure it was coming out of this vent valve here. Alright. Pull the plug off. Clip up that off. Basically, I just, so that's those two tabs stick through. I just kind of put my fingers under there and squeeze them in and push them up. Oh. It's a long way down. These are 8mm. Alright. New one. Well, I have to say one of them ought to get it. I'm pretty sure it was the vent valve was the problem, because I say we were getting a little bit of pressure through there, but being it's a very small leak and that was only 26 bucks, I figured I would just get that too, swap it out, and see how it goes. Yeah, so anyway, that's how you change your vent valve and your purge valve. So hope that can help somebody. Thanks for watching.